friendly neighborhood old soldier coming at you today from hot, humid, scorching Robinson County, North Carolina. That's all I can say about the place right now. It's out here earlier this morning doing some yard work. Boy, after about an hour and a half, I was done. The reason I'm getting out now is my laptop's been in the shop. They called to say it was ready, so I better go get it. Anyways, to you, Brother Kyle, to you and Jamie, my apologies for not getting up with you on my last trip to Chattahoochee. Circumstances just didn't permit. And for all of y'all, I've been praying for my best friend, continue to do so. Last week he had his first infusion treatment and tolerated it very well. No nausea, no diarrhea, none of that. So he took it very well. His chemo seems to be going well. His hemoglobin came up. That's a positive sign that we were wanting to see. So for all the thoughts and prayers, much appreciated. Just ask you to continue to keep him in your prayers. Not next week, but probably the week after. We plan to go back, spend the week with him again, help out where we can. So, let's talk about some other stuff in the news, I heard that flea trap went to Taiwan against the advice of the military and Beijing giving her a warning. Not that I give 2 ounces of rat's piss about what Beijing thinks. And I gotta say, honestly, I question the validity and the value of the opinions of our Department of Defense outside of this. They probably were kind of right. Maybe she shouldn't have gone. But as we all know, the lush does whatever she wants to do. Consequences be damned. So, got that going on. Of course, the president in diapers is COVID again. Go figure. Get your vaccine, because if you get stuck, you get torn through them, you'll be fine. Okay. And for those that did, hey, more power to you. I just know a lot of healthcare workers that got it and have got COVID more than once. So, not for me. And now all of a sudden, defibrillators are starting to be installed in a lot of high schools. They're finally maybe starting to somewhat admit that, I wouldn't say they're going to admit, but got to be a reason why all of a sudden a lot of schools start putting in defibrillators. Figure on that one. Maybe it might be because all these young athletes dropping dead, passing out, falling over, falling out. Okay. But I would tell you that y'all know it's all a big hoax. Not want to say hoax. We know the virus is real. As I always tell people, it is the Chinese bioweapon that has been unleashed. Because that's what it is. It's a bioweapon. Whether we admit it or China admits it, I could care less at this point in time. I'm calling it what it is. After 22 years in the Army, and I spent time on nuclear, biological, chemical teams when I was in the Army. Looks like a duck, walks like a duck, sounds like a duck. Chances are it's a goose crapping on everything. Okay? I mean that to say that this thing is foul play. And the House passed the assault weapons ban bill. Real question is it going to pass the Senate? Some people speculate it will, some people speculate it won't. I'm not trying to speculate right now, and here's why I say that. Alright, trucker, take your side of the road. On your side, not up the middle. Sorry about that. Because right now, some of these senators, who knows how they're going to vote? The two senators from my state are worthless pieces of crap. Richard Burr and Tom Tillis. And I hope both of y'all are watching. Especially you, Tom, seeing how, during the next presidential election, your seat's going to be up for grabs. And I'm going to do my level best to make sure you don't get reelected, sir. As far as Richard Burr, you go, you've proved in the past you're a traitor. Not only to the people of North Carolina, but to the nation. To the nation, sir. You and Dianne Weinstein selling off all that stock right before this Chinese bioweapon went full blast. And neither one of y'all has been held to account. Well, I pray and hope Mark Robinson's elected governor. And I hope he'll push the button to have you investigated, sir. Because what you did was a crime, and you know it. Sorry for the tangent. Back to the whole bill when it gets to the Senate. Folks, I don't know if the Senate, I'm not going to sit here and tell you one way or the other if it's going to pass the Senate or not. There's some people speculating it won't. I'm not going to make that speculation. Because right now, some of these senators that are up for re-election, they're being hit hard by their constituents. But I think the Communist Party of America has got something on them, forcing them to vote the way they want to vote. Okay? I firmly believe that they've got something on John Roberts. And that was why he voted the way he did on the Obamacare bill, stating that it was constitutional. But yet the Constitution clearly states that Congress shall enact no laws that forces a citizen to buy a good or service. Okay, so if you didn't buy Obamacare, you got fined. Then we got to court, well, no, it's a tax. It cannot be both. But yet John Roberts, in his opinion, stated it was constitutional and legally allowed. Tell me the Supreme Court's not compromised. Without saying it's not compromised. So, and no, I have no faith in the coming elections this coming November, because there's a lot of seats up for grabs. The political analysts are stating the Republicans will retake the House and the Senate. Well, that's fine, but I don't trust the Republicans either. They have become a contaminated party. They are not truly the conservatives that they once said they were. They have been infiltrated by the communists just like the Democrats have. Okay? I have to apologize. My little doodad right here is bouncing all over the place and I got no way to tighten it up. But anyway. So y'all hold your breath on this bill when it gets to the Senate. I don't know. I couldn't tell which way it's going to go. I'm trying to make that speculation. I just don't know, folks. But if it does pass, there's going to be a whole heck of a lot of us that from day one it passes will be felons. And if the fantabulous assholes that fart, ATF, if you're watching, this is for you. Because y'all are changing rules at the whim of Congress instead of by what the Constitution says. Oh yeah, forewarning, not suitable for work, not child friendly. Boy, the dog catcher's out today. But yeah. So, and I folks, I don't care anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm already on somebody's watch list. They give a damn. We're almost at a point in our nation where revolution is the duty of the patriot at the rate these things are going. Shortages in the store. Like this truck I'm driving, I was very fortunate to find it. It's a 2003. Because new stock is sitting and rotting because of computer chips that, where they come from? China. Because God forbid we put anything back into Silicon Valley that makes computer chips again. Well, God forbid, God forbid California has environmental pollution. Not that they don't already have it anyway. Look at Los Angeles. Okay. I'm not. I've told y'all before, I'm not against renewable energy. I'm a big fan of solar power. With all the sunshine California's got, I don't know why the power companies are not providing free solar power to residents to help power their house during the day. It might alleviate some of their rolling blackouts they get in California. But they want to play the blame game. It's what they want to do out there in California, the government, that is, the California state government. They want to blame the federal government for all their ills and their woes. They want the federal government to provide money for all their needs and wants. They want to ban everything that's constitutional for the law-abiding American citizen. They've already got their butt spanked once by the Supreme Court about magazine capacity. So go figure. Yes, I'm on one of my rants because I hadn't been on here in a while. Please forgive me for not being on. We've just been, my best friend, helping him out. Doing my level best to keep him motivated. Got to keep him in the fight. When I'm in town, we go to his chemotherapy treatment. We've got matching T-shirts from Grunt Style. It's George Washington says, "Hold my beer." His doctor got a kick out of it. He said, "Well, this is how we're fighting this, So forgive me for not getting any video out soon. This week I will be putting out my second video on our other channel, the J&L Shooting Academy. I was originally going to do one on P17 Enfield rifle, but just time didn't permit when I was at my best friend's house. So we're going to come up with something, and just stand by. When it comes out, you'll know what it's going to be about. But again, it'll be firearm related, no politics, none of the other stuff. So, but with that being said, another thing, folks, is you need to keep an eye on your grocery stores. Look, not only because of the increased cost of items, but start watching items that are in short stock, short supply. Be on the lookout, because listen to the farmers. Next couple of 3 years might be lean. And I've been putting it out for 3 years now to stock up your pantries with canned goods, your dry rice, your dry beans, pastas, canned goods that got at least a 2 to 3 year shelf life. Somebody asked me the other day, well, why don't you just get a bunch of MREs? Folks, MREs are good, but they're not meant to be a main source of calories on a daily basis to exceed, I don't want to say when we were in the Army, we technically weren't supposed to eat MREs for more than 4 or 5 days straight. After that, they were supposed to provide us some type of hot meal that came from a mobile kitchen tent or a mobile kitchen, something of that nature, what they call a hot A meal, where it had more fresh vegetables and fruits. The meat was not necessarily pre-processed, but not so much because of the calorie content, because MREs one MRE can sustain a soldier for a day because of its caloric content. Okay, the average MRE has anywhere from 2,500 to 3,500 calories, but it's also designed when you are in a highly busy work type, combat type environment where you're expending huge amounts of calories. Okay, and it's designed to put that back into you. Also, the preservatives that are in MREs. There's a lot of sodium preservatives in MREs, and after a prolonged time eating those, they're not good for your health in the long run. So, if you have to resort to MREs, you got to kind of look at how many people. If it's just 2 of you, 1 MRE should be enough to feed both of you for a day in normal circumstances. Now, if both of you, if you or whoever else in your household's out there working hard every day, by all means, but don't make that your main source of stored foods, okay? You want to try and have something that's a little fresher, something that doesn't have as many preservatives in it, if you will. And anyway, we've got somebody that's in dire need right across from the fire station. I don't know what's going on over here. It's the whole day of first, ain't it? But anyway, folks, I need to get off here and watch these idiots here in Hope Mills, North Carolina, because some of them drive like dumbasses. And if you're from Hope Mills watching this, consider yourself the exception to the rule. I'll just give you that one. But anyway, y'all stay safe out there. Keep your eyes open, your ears to the ground. Keep your neck on a swivel. Stay safe, stay armed. Until we get another one out. It's your friendly neighborhood old soldier out.